Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Michael and welcome back to the Growth Mindset channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about, is it worth jumping around jobs to gain a pay raise? Stay tuned. But first, let's have some coffee. I have this coffee, instant coffee, in a Canadian takeout cup. Maybe you can see in the video, it's one of my favorite cups because of the outside surface. It's like a marbling, and so it feels really nice and it looks super cool. But yeah, it's one of my favorite cups. I actually have another one that's a little bit thinner in diameter, taller in height, and the other one is my favorite. But I didn't use it in this video because it's dirty and I need to do dishes. But yeah. Stay tuned. First, a sip to coffee. I'm actually super tired right now. Is it worth jumping around jobs to gain a pay raise? And this is an extremely important topic and popular topic right now because a lot of companies today are not offering pensions. And sure, some are offering 401ks, but you have to put money in the pool for your retirement plan and companies may match you along the way. But there's not a real incentive for most companies in the United States that offers a huge reward for staying in one position for a long time. So with that, a lot of individuals are actually jumping jobs every couple of years to gain raises and hope to make more money and perhaps save for retirement. This makes me think about some of the ideas of jumping jobs, as I've been in the same position for about 2.5 years, and I'm kind of thinking about that too. You know, I'm seeing some of my colleagues are also leaving the job. Some have only been there for a year and they're leaving to get a raise because the workforce market is so great in the United States right now that you can instantly or almost automatically get a $10,000 raise if you just apply for somewhere else and change positions. But I've kind of sat on the back burner on this thought process, and I'll tell you why I'm not jumping ships, at least not yet in my professional field. But I'll tell you why a lot of people are that I know of. And it's mainly for the pay raise. That's the biggest factor for a lot of individuals that I'm talking to, is getting more money, or they get bored at their job, so they look for something different and might as well get a raise along the way. In fact, in some companies, it's really hard to get promoted, but just because of the corporate system of how it's bogged down and the processes can actually be more complicated to get a raise at their current job rather than switching jobs. People end up just switching companies because it's an easier way to gain a raise and have a higher title and a better position. And you know, this is a loss for a lot of companies because now you're spending a lot of money, resources, training up your staff, and then they leave in 2 to 3 years and you have to repeat that process over and over again. So it makes jobs that require a lot of technical knowledge and historical information become hard to obtain and keep, just because of the amount of people that are always fluctuating in your business. So it's sort of a cycle that happens every couple of years in that corporation. So another reason why people might want to switch jobs, to try something new, live in a different location. Let me talk about why you might not want to switch jobs and what that means and what that could lead to if you stay at this current position. But first, another sip to Java. Canadian takeout, as they say. If only it was brewed coffee, grinded with beans, it'd be so much better. Just did some instant, spoon in there, throw some milk, ice cube or two to cool it down real fast, and then now I'm drinking it. Okay, so reasons why you might now want to quit your job or change jobs, locate, etc. Some reasons that I'm also doing myself is that if you're focusing on a side business, opening up different variabilities can make things impact how your business will function or flow, because you don't know what these new challenges can bring to you. You might have a job right now that only requires 40 hours to work. And sure, you can go to a bigger corporation or even a startup for that matter and make a lot of money, but they might require a lot of hours dedicated to the job. So you might be switching from 40 hours, let's say at 60K, to 70 hours and you're making 120K. They might not have told you that as a salary employee that you're expected to work more hours even though your base salary is higher. So that's a hidden challenge that comes with switching jobs every now and then, is you don't know what your expectations are as an employee to that company. So if you're focusing on a side business and you're familiar with the expectation of your company and you kind of see how the workflow is, if it's high, how many hours do they expect you to work, and low, vice versa. So having that known value of what people want from you will allow you to plan better for your side business and choose your schedule in such a way that you can meet both needs for your side business and then your primary job to meet your basic needs. Staying at the same job allows you to remove that hidden variable and gives you more of a settling focus of what you can spend more of your time doing, which is building your side business. You guys might know on my channel that I focus a lot on real estate, so I really do need to, I say need to stay, but I really am focused on an area for investments, and I really have to be in the area to be competitive in that market. I mean, as I build up more capital to buy more properties, I understand a location that's really good, and I know where it might be sketchy or bad, something not worth investing in. And so if I was continuously moving around across the country, I would always have to retrain myself on what I was investing in, meeting the key players that can help me with investment properties, whether that be through rehab, contractors, real estate partners, you name it. So having that network set in place and just building that connection along the way has proven to me to be much more advantageous than leaving a job for $10,000 or $15,000 more than what I'm making right now. I value those connections to be a long-term play that will generate me more real estate properties and hopefully that passive income, rather than focusing on making money through an active income, which is really, for me, is not my end game. I don't actually care too much about active income. The only perk of active income for me from my current day job is that it gives me money to buy more investment properties and get larger real estate loans that I can use towards my side business. That's the only perk that I really see in long term for the job that I'm doing. And that would be for really any job that I do as an active job. It either has to be making me a decent amount of money, or it has to be really focused on real estate. Otherwise, I won't really be interested in making a change because I'm just so focused on my area of expertise in real estate and controlling those variables of what is unknown and what's the expectation of me at my current job. So those are really the biggest things that come to mind when you're switching jobs, is just kind of knowing what's expected of you. And if you're working a side business, you can control the variability of what's known and how you can use that time to further build your business and build that connection. Now, sure, if you have another business model that's different from mine, like real estate, where you're not tied down to a specific area, switching jobs might not be a bad idea. Now, you still have the variability of not knowing how much time is committed and requested of you from a job, but let's say you're working on a YouTube channel, so your business is online. You can go anywhere. You can record pretty much any time that you have a camera available to you and a quiet place to record. In this scenario, moving jobs might not be a bad idea. It's going to change the camera location of where you're recording your films. It's going to provide you a story to share with your viewers on the channel where you're moving, maybe a promotion to your job, and people do enjoy following someone else's life and sharing those successes with other individuals is hugely positive. provides that influential and just the culture of really trying to move forward with their career fields, whatever that might be. And so yeah, if you have an online business, I encourage you to travel, and I encourage you to look for jobs that you enjoy, because you're going to spend a lot of time working somewhere and maybe for someone else before you can really settle down and work for yourself and your own dreams, and whether that be passive income or starting a YouTube channel and online business. Enjoy the time that you are spending at your current job, and that'll really make you appreciate and look for values that you can bring in a company that you may start up in the near future. So I think for me personally, I'll probably be in this location for a couple of years just because I want to see where the real estate market takes us. I do think that right now it's an all-time high, so I kind of been sitting sort of on the sidelines. I'm still looking at tons of deals and crunching numbers and connecting with other investors, but really sticking to my numbers on what is a good investment. Like, sure, I'm saving up a lot of money and I'm ready to buy another property. It's just that when you look at the calculation on an Excel file or calculator, whatever, the returns aren't as good as they used to be. So I think it's more of just waiting this all-time high for housing to go down. And at that point, I'll have even more money saved up, and I'll have a lot more expertise on the areas that are really good for the type of properties I'm looking for. And I should be able to take advantage of that opportunity and hone in using my skill sets to buy even more rental properties to build passive income. And that's going to help me reach FIRE much sooner. And if you guys haven't heard, FIRE is an acronym that stands for Financially Independent Retire Early. It's been getting a lot more attention in the past 5 years, and I think that's because many entrepreneurs and many people around the workforce are starting to realize that you can actually make passive income multiple ways, and there's a lot of different vehicles to do so. And with the help of the internet and marketing, Facebook, you really do have more opportunities to build a brand, sell products, generate passive income, generate wealth. So I think in the next 5 years or so, we're gonna see even more entrepreneurs come online, self-made entrepreneurs, just because of the knowledge and foundation that the community that we're seeing online is doing. I spent a lot of time on, and it's been really about building passive income, building a business, and using the internet to their advantage. Now in the past, if you were a filmmaker, let's say 5-10 years ago, you probably weren't that popular at the time because less viewers were online, and that wasn't a known source for making money. But now that people realize that YouTube will pay you and other sites will pay you to make courses or something that will teach a lot of people and hold their attention, a lot more entrepreneurs are coming out and making great videos. And I encourage you guys to do this if you haven't done so already. If you always wanted to start a YouTube channel and you've been nervous about it, I'd have to say that it is very hard in the beginning because you are super uncomfortable. At least for me, I was extremely uncomfortable in shooting videos, and I have those videos that maybe I'll post down the road, like a recollection of what it looked like in the beginning that I've never posted and never shared. It was just more of a thought process of me wanting to do a YouTube channel. And then over time, I eventually built up the courage and practice to shoot videos. And then I ended up getting the skill set of posting it online and then sharing it with all of you, which has been super awesome. Actually, I can't believe how much viewers you can get on YouTube. Like, I'm almost at, I mean, this is not a monumental thing at all for a lot of people, but even just having 1,000 views, I'm almost at 1,000 views on the Growth Mindset channel, and I haven't even met 1,000 people at the company I work at. And so being able to provide that value to all of you guys has just been tremendous. It's been humbling. It's been great. Just knowing that I can reach out to a lot of people and help you guys and kind of share with you guys the focus that I've been spending with my life in terms of gaining passive income and really just finding yourself and developing an image that inspires others and provides that positive energy to just improve, your situation. And I think that's the hope and vision that I want to bring to this channel for the Growth Mindset channel. Because I know when I was growing up, I didn't have that type of self-help media out there and content out there. So I think that's really where I want this channel to head down. It's just nourishing you with good information. And maybe I'll meet people just like me along the way. I encourage you to post a comment below if you think you're just like me and maybe you just need that extra push making some type of product. I would love to hear your story in the comments below, and I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching the Growth Mindset channel. My name is Michael, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye.